Hold on to your toques, Canada. Word on the street is that former President Trump and Prime Minister Trudeau are having a little chat. Details are scarce, like maple syrup in July. All we know is that an anonymous source spilled the tea to Reuters, saying the call is happening today, March 5, 2025. Naturally, the rumor mill is working overtime. What could these two possibly be talking about? Is this a casual check-in, or something more? Remember, these two have history, and by history I mean enough awkward handshakes and tense photo ops to fill a diplomatic nightmare reel. The world is watching, or at least that part of the world that still cares about international diplomacy. Is this a sign of thawing relations between the US and Canada, or are we about to witness a Twitter war disguised as a phone call? Stay tuned, this could get interesting. Let's be real, folks. Trump and Trudeau's relationship hasn't exactly been a love fest. Remember the G7 summit where Trump called Trudeau very dishonest and weak? Good times. Not exactly the foundation for a blossoming bromance. Their differences were as stark as a moose in a snowstorm. Trade deals, climate change, just about everything, sparked some kind of diplomatic dust-up. Trump even slapped tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, which, let's be honest, is like messing with a Canadian's hockey stick. Not cool, man, not cool. But hey, that was then, this is now. People change, right? Maybe Trump's discovered the joys of poutine and Trudeau's developed a taste for, well, let's not go there. The point is, maybe, just maybe, they've decided to bury the hatchet, or at least put it down for a minute to have a civilized conversation. So what's on the agenda for this epic phone call? Your guess is as good as mine, but if I were a betting man, and I'm not because, ethics, I'd put my money on a few key topics. First up, trade. It's the bread and butter of the US-Canada relationship, or maybe the maple syrup and bacon, if you will. With the global economy still finding its footing, you can bet both leaders are looking for ways to boost their country's fortunes. Then there's the small matter of climate change. Trudeau's been waving the green flag for years, while Trump, well, let's just say he's had other priorities. But with the planet heating up faster than a beaver in a double-breasted suit, maybe they'll find some common ground, or at least agree to disagree without resorting to name-calling. And of course there's the whole elephant in the room, China. Both the US and Canada are trying to figure out how to deal with the rising superpower, and a little coordination wouldn't hurt. Unless, of course, it devolves into a competition over who can be tougher on Beijing, in which case, grab the popcorn. Whatever they end up discussing, this call is a big deal. The US and Canada are more than just neighbors, they're like siblings. They share a border, a language, sort of, and a love for hockey that borders on the religious. But like any good sibling rivalry, things can get a little complicated. And with the world watching, this call could set the tone for US-Canada relations for years to come. Will it be a new era of cooperation and understanding, or just another chapter in the never-ending saga of can't live with them, can't build a wall high enough? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, it's going to be interesting. So grab your Timbits and your Budweiser, folks, and settle in for what's sure to be a wild ride. This is one phone call you don't want to miss.